I told Josh I just put my wedding lipstick on, and he said,
takes me back to COVID because I got COVID at the wedding.
I said, does it take you back? He goes, yeah, to COVID. Thanks a lot.
Welcome to another episode of Josh and Kelly. We are here living van life in kind of a more urban setting this week. We are not able to get away because we have some things on this weekend, one of which is moving my mom into assisted living. So because of that, we're having to stick around, and we're doing a lot of other things kind of locally because of that, which is fine. So we'll show them to you.
And the other thing is my 40th year high school reunion. Feel free to leave in the comments below that you find that hard to believe.
It is hard to believe.
40 years.
Yeah.
Hear the roar of 84.
Wow.
So, yeah, time flies. People say it all the time, but when you get older, you really appreciate it. When you're younger, you're annoyed at that. Like, your kids will go around fast, years will go by fast. But
Things do go quick.
So,
Yeah.
there we have
Thanks
it.
for coming along and enjoy it. Well, good morning. This morning I am at my friend John's house. That's his place there, and it's part of a much bigger property, and we are here to start doing some of the, let's call it, refurbishment of his boat. He bought a new boat, but it needs a lot of work. He's going to take it down to Florida and live on it in winter, down near Sarasota, if it's recovered from Hurricane Milton. It's just gone through there, but we are starting work on it today to help do some of the refab of it, and some of it is pretty straightforward and some of it might not be. So I'm going to film some of it so you can see what we do, and it's funny because a lot of the stuff that you do on a boat we did in here. I based a lot of my infrastructure on our van, on my experience living on a boat and working with boats. So a lot of our electrical system is set up the similar way, and everything is to ABYC standards, which is the Australian Boating and Yachting Council, which is the standard for the marine industry. So yeah, well, that's what you do. When you're doing it, we want to do it well. That's what you do. So that's what we've done, and I'll show you what we're up to today. All right, so this is the boat that we're working on to refurbish. And yeah, it's good. It's going to have an outboard on the back. I guess is what we're going to do, so that there's no interior space being taken up by it. But yeah, this is it, and we're going to have it all done in the next year. Working, taking this off.
Yeah, these balls. Most of them.
John's gonna need more tools because what we've got isn't fitting, so the right tools help. Okay, so we managed to get that center bit off of the swim platform. It was connected by 3 bolts on each side, which we didn't even have to cut some of them. And now it's these ones. There were 2 other ones over here. We got them out. This one is kind of stripped on the inside. So John's going to grab something to cut that one, and then we'll give that one a go, because he did have a cutting tool which was connected to this, but it died. Thought at first maybe it was the power, but we checked all the power. No, tried something else. It was his tool that died. So I was trying to get some of my tools out of the back of the van here, and you can see I've created quite a mess, because we've had it pretty well packed in here, you know, being as we're living out of it now. So it was packed, so I had to basically pull everything out of there, and there's a couple of things that were left on top of the one toolkit that I didn't pull off. I just let them be scraped off. But other than that, yeah, so that was all in there, and now all of this is going to have to go back in. I'm going to take my time. I'm going to wait, and just in case we need more tools, because there's tools in there and there's tools in there, and I'm going to wait just in case we need more before I go through the effort of repacking it just to have to undo it again. So we're currently working on getting the gas tank out, but we got a few other experts here to help with a few other things, fiberglass among others.
Yeah, I mean, that's the...
We're getting there.
We can,
And this here, Pet and Sophie, is Mark, who helped take the engine out. He's an old mechanic from Georgetown days who's highly experienced. So here we are. Mark's not here 5 minutes, and he's already got that strap undone.
I had to strap it.
All right, John had to strap it undone. He's getting the tank out already. Not here 5 minutes. But Mark is a retired marine technician, or so he keeps telling me. But every time I see him, he's working on boats. But he's got to be the most knowledgeable and skilled marine technician I've ever come across. He's exceedingly good. I've known him to diagnose a boat walking down the dock from 100 meters away. So he's very good. All right, so I'm gonna do a quick walk around, show you. We've been working on the water tank, getting that out, but I'm gonna have to cut the bracket for it. But that's the fuel tank we got out. That's the engine they got out yesterday. So there's some big progress happening, and yeah, we'll see what else we can get done on this thing on a different day. Might come back next week and help John out a bit more, but there's a lot of work that needs to be done. The whole inside needs to be cleaned out too. So, but for today, that's it. So we are back at John's boat today. As you can see, we have been working on a couple of different things, one of which is pulling out the port windows and stuff here on this side and the other side, and we're working on these ones up here now, because they had to be unscrewed from the inside, and then they are kind of glued from the outside, and trying to get them to come up, the frames away from the hull is what we're working on now. John's just looking up some important details on how to do that. We've got an oscillating saw, and we're trying to get it between the actual bracket here. So we're trying to get in behind here with the oscillating saw and grind away whatever adhesives back there. But we're doing that, and it kind of, John thinks it smells like fiberglass that he's cutting as opposed to actually an adhesive. So we're trying to look up and find out what they used in these old boats at that point to adhere them, and then we'll kind of, I guess from there, get a better idea of how we can attack this job as well. And I've been working on this bracket that's been here. I can't remember if we showed you this last time I was here or not, but on this side of the hull right here, there was a bracket. So the bracket went here, all the way down there, and it was actually a bracket that held the chair that flipped down, because this is right here by the helm, which has all been dismantled. And so we pulled that out this morning. And this is Skip down in here working hard.
Hey,
John's friend, the fellow captain. He's working on dismantling some of the other interior bits here, doing the hard slog in here, and done a lot of cleaning up too. It looks a ton better than it did. She's going to spend a lot of time this morning
Doesn't
cleaning.
look great, but it's better.
Better than it did, Skip.
Yeah, well, it's a little more workable.
Yeah, indeed. It's always easier to work in a cleaner environment. All right, so John's still investigating the best way to tackle these windows here, these port lights on this side. And yeah, in the meantime, Skip's still working inside, and we're seeing if all that work we did in there to get them out might help release if we pull the inside frame out, because there's a frame on the inside as well. So I think John's looking at pulling the inside frame out on these and seeing if that will help release them to pull them out from the outside. But we'll see. It's kind of guessing at this point, but you know, they'll come one way or the other. So we have managed to get the trim separated all the way around to about here, and then from here to here we can't get the adhesive off, otherwise the rest of it's done. The window will come out because it's already partially out. So John's inside trying a little bit of we're going to call that gentle persuasion. Success. We've got this one out. It's all free. That's it up here, and now it's the next one we have to do. Alright, we are getting there. This window is almost out. This came out a lot easier than the first one. We've been able to get down that groove here and get something in here to create that, or break that seal the whole way. So John's going inside now. He's going to try and get the last little bit from the inside so we can get this whole window out. Alright, so we've got to go, but we did manage to get one of the windows out on this port side, or starboard side. And John's working on the second one now, but we've got to go. I've got to take my dad to the vet. Well, not my dad, but the dog to the vet, and we'll go from there. So let me fill you in. I'm here waiting for Kelly at the moment to come out of work. She should be out in a minute or two. But I thought I'd fill you in on the little adventure that it proved at the vet. So I don't know if you saw it in the earlier clips when I was helping John with the boat, but my dad was there with his dog. His dog's name's Coco. She's a German short-haired pointer, and she's a lovely dog, beautiful dog. Listens perfectly, like a really, really good dog. But she doesn't travel very well. But one of the things that she does like to do is she likes to travel in the van. So she comes in, she goes back in the bed, and she lays there. Doesn't matter if you're going for 6 minutes, you're going for 6 hours, she's fine. So I always have to take her to the vet. And so I just coincided Sophie's visit that she needed a Lyme booster with Coco's visit. She needed rabies and stuff, her booster. So neither of them like the vet. Really don't like the vet. Not that most dogs do, but they don't like the vet. So when we're in there, Soph's got her tail between her legs and she's just barking incessantly. Everything that was moving. And Coco's just like shaking like a leaf. So I'm there trying to get them checked in and all that, and there's all these other dogs there. So I didn't get a chance to film any of it because I'm literally holding one dog with each hand while I'm trying to check him in, trying to get my dad to sit down because he doesn't go so well with mobility. So I'm trying to get him to sit down while I'm checking these dogs in, and it was just madness. So I didn't get a chance to film any of it, but I'm glad it's done. It's, yeah, not something you want to repeat in a hurry. So now we're just waiting for Kelly to come out, and then we're going to have a nice relaxing evening, and tomorrow is just a nice housekeeping day. I get to wash all the not only our laundry, but I do the sheets and all that kind of stuff usually on a Friday. So I get to do all that tomorrow, and I don't think there's anything else on the agenda. So it should be a nice quiet day. Sophie and I'll be able to go to the park afterwards and all that. So I'll show you that. But tonight, I think it's just going to be a quick one and a quiet one because Kelly keeps getting up early. And by early, I mean she's up at like somewhere between 3 and 4 o'clock. She's waking up. And then she's up, so she's starting her routine. She's getting me up. I'm driving her to the gym at 5 a.m. and she's doing like 5 a.m. classes at the gym. So we've been going to bed early, like 8 o'clock early. So I have a feeling that's what tonight's going to be. It's going to be an early night and, you know, probably an early morning too. But anyways, I'll show you a regular housekeeping day, a nice quiet day tomorrow. So, Kelly's at work. We are at the laundromat. I've just put a couple loads of laundry on, and now the van is in like chaos mode because everything's undone. So we've got a stack of pillows here that normally go on the bed. We've got some other stuff over here. Lots of this is Kelly's, like, oh, that's Kelly's work stuff. That's her work computer and all that, which we're still deciding whether or not we're even going to use it because we've got a projector. And I'm thinking we can use the projector and not have to worry about these bulky screens, but we'll see. But in the meantime, I'm going to do some cleaning and tidy it up. The dishes are already done. And that's one less thing to do. We've got some other things charging here. We've got some stuff charging back over here too. Got Sophie's colors and things going. But so we're going to do this, get these done, and then we're probably going to hit the park because somebody needs a walk. And then once we're there, I can clean out the van and all that because the bed will be made by that point and everything. So I'll show you the difference. All right, so time for some housekeeping stuff. We have this kind of dish drainer that we use all the time, but it gets mucky, as you can see. So it's time to clean it and sanitize it. So that's the job for this afternoon. And as you can see, it's not perfect, but it is a huge improvement. So I'm going to let that dry, and then we've got ourselves a nice clean and sanitized dish drainer. One more thing down. Okay, so we have left the park, and we are here picking up Kelly from work, and she's called me and told me she's on her way out. I'm going to show you Soph's reaction when she knows that her mommy's coming. She gets so excited. So let me wait for her to come in. Wait till I see her in the mirrors, and then I'll show you. So there she is, calmly waiting for her mummy. There she is. There's a mummy.
Hi.
There's a mummy. Say hi, mummy. Hi, mummy.
Oh goodness, goodness. Oh my gosh, I missed you too. Oh, there's kisses.
Yeah, I think she loves her mummy.
Oh, hi baby. Oh, good. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Hello.
Good morning. We are arriving at the hospital. So our plans have changed a little bit today. We were hoping for a bit of a relaxing day, and we were going to start to even look at moving some of my mom's stuff into assisted living today. But she went to the hospital last night. So we are coming to the hospital to see her, and I've got no idea what that means in terms of time frames for moving her into assisted living. It's undoubtedly pushing it back, but how far and all that, we don't know. So yeah, all of our plans are a little different than they had formulated in our mind last night. So we are here, and yeah, we'll just kind of take the day as it comes. But you know, that's life as well as van life. You just don't know what's going to happen or any of that kind of stuff. It just comes and goes, and you know, you deal with it. That's the way it is. So that's what we're doing today. Well, good morning. Yesterday was a bit of a crazy day. We ended up having to deal with a few other family issues, and we came back to Middletown. But one of the things we did in the midst of all that was we set up Kelly's workstation just to try and work out the ergonomics of things, and also to see kind of the power consumption, what we can expect with that, and all that. So I'm going to show you that, but the van this morning looks like a bomb's gone off. So that's her workstation setup, which is not bad. I'm going to tidy it and condense it and all that. But we went and picked up this box. We got a Jackery solar generator, and this is the solar panels that go with it. The actual Jackery itself hasn't come yet. So I'm going to have to find a place to store them, and they're a little bit bigger than I had anticipated. And then we've got this box, which is what we've been storing Kelly's computer and workstation stuff in. So we got that, we got other stuff around, and in the midst of breakfast, just made my shake. So, like, the van is like completely untidy and messy and all that. But even though it is all those things, it was good to kind of do a dry run of all this so we can figure out what we're going to do, how we're going to do it, where things are going to go, what needs to stay, what needs to go, all that kind of thing. So we're at the gym actually, and Kelly's just gone in to have a shower. So while she's in there doing that, I'm going to try and tidy and arrange a few things and see if we can't improve on what we've got here. So, and then we'll see what the day holds. We've got a few things we need to do. So, and it's Kelly's 40th high school reunion today that she's going to. So I think she's a little bit excited and a little bit nervous about that. I don't know why she's nervous, but she just gets nervous about those things. But she's going to that this afternoon while I go to my jiu-jitsu class. So, yeah, there's a bit on today. So we have come to the park and been working on stuff in the van here. Here's the park. Let me show it to you. So we've come to the park, but we've been working on the van. What have we been doing, Kelly?
Little tidying up. Cleaning the fridge, sweeping, dusting. I wiped the floor down. Can't really say I mopped it or scrubbed it because it's just a few wipe downs. You put oil on our countertop, which looks like it's getting some cracks. I wasn't a fan of like the shiny polyurethane type finish, so we've been oiling it every once in a while. But we're noticing some cracks, so maybe with the change in humidity and temperature, it's cracking. So I think we're going to have to try to get something, even if it is a little shiny, to try to seal it for, you know, for protection of its longevity.
Yeah. Yeah. And I opened the Jackery packets, and let me show you where I've got them here at the back. So the big box contained 2 smaller boxes, and those boxes here each contain, they're big. You can see here they're taking up almost the height of what's below the bed there in the garage, but each one contains, look here, a fold-out solar panel that is 200 watts of solar. So in total there's 400 watts of solar there, which is actually the same amount we have on the roof. It's a lot of solar, but they're a little bit heavier than I anticipated. I think each box is about 16 kilos. So let's call it 35 pounds, which is, you know, heavier than I anticipated, but it's okay. I just have to figure out a place or how to store them. I have to reorganize everything, how to store it back there so that they can just slide out and be used.
We're so full back here.
We are very full back there. If you look, like, it's just chuckers full of stuff. But some of that is just a matter of organization. Some of it's a matter of culling. And it's going to be a little bit of both, I think, which will get us to where we need to be. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But that's what we've been doing so far today. And then what's on this afternoon, Kelly?
See, I put some makeup on and did my hair, so yeah, to be so fancy. I have my 40th high school reunion. I think I mentioned the other day, but it's today. So it's going to be, it's a beautiful fall day. I think it's someone's home outside on the river, so it's going to be nice to see some old schoolies. Crazy, 40 years is like that.
It does go quick.
Had to, people recently died from our class, so, I mean, they're not that old, so I'm not giving my age away, but you know.
And this one, because it's a bit warm out here in the sun, so this one's been trying to find the shade a bit. Kelly was throwing the ball with her earlier. Now she's just like abandoning that. She's like, no, I'm just going for the shade because it's hot.
What she did with it. Where's the ball?
She dropped it somewhere. But
get the ball. Go find it.
She's been hiding in the shade because it's been hot. So that's what we've been up to. And then we're going to go and, well, in a little while, not quite yet. Kelly's going to go to her reunion. I'm going to go to my class. And we're going to get ourselves organized for that. But yeah, it's kind of a, what I guess you could call a lazy Sunday. we haven't been doing a huge amount of stuff. We got up and slept in till almost 8, which is, you know,
So
like
nice.
unheard of, but unheard of, yeah. So that was really nice. So it's just been kind of a lazy Sunday, and yeah.
The trees are so pretty
continue
here.
to
Did
be.
you show them all the trees?
I didn't show them all the trees, but let me show you some of the trees. So you can see there's some here like bright orangey golden color, and some back there in the distance you can see that are a little bit more orange, but they're all in color. There's a few red ones and things around, but yeah, it's nice. It's that time of year and we're enjoying it, and right now there's some really bright, beautiful colored trees here, so we're enjoying that too. Thank you.
Don't move. It's okay.
She's not.
Now you know why I'm usually crooked in the van, because the front seat, because she's always there. Now she doesn't even let me sit down.
You're a good girl. I'm gonna just so you can see what Kelly's talking about. So she's she's not really moving. She's not really moving for us. But anyway. Thanks for tuning in this week. It's been a bit of a hodgepodge kind of mix up. We've had a lot of family things that we've been dealing with, which are a little bit ongoing at the moment. My mom being back in hospital and all that kind of thing. But we have been able to get done what we needed to get done, and Kelly got to her 40th reunion, high school reunion today, which was, I think, a bit, I won't say anticlimactic, but it was like 7 people there or something. So, you know, not quite the huge class that she was hoping to meet up with, but I won't steal her thunder. I'll let her tell you that.
It was great. You know, it was somebody opened up their home. They have a nice house on the water, and we got to sit outside. It was a beautiful day and just reminisce. We had the yearbook and just talked about stuff. It was nice. There's obviously plenty of people I wish that I've seen in past years were there, but maybe next time.
Yeah.
I'm glad I went. You know, you only get one 40-year high school reunion, so one girl there was her first one, so.
I haven't been to any of my reunions, so.
You haven't?
No, not a single one. But there you go.
I think I've been to all but one.
Okay. I haven't. And a lot of the ones that were earlier on that people go to, I was out of the country, so it makes it really difficult to attend from a very long way away. So anyway, that is going to be a wrap for this week. And thanks for tuning in. And as always, we appreciate you watching. And please like and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And feel free to share this video with your friends. And as always, our link to our Patreon page is in the description below. And we'll see you out there.
See you out there.